Yep.
Yeah, yes.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Roleplay, We're Killing Everybody edition.
Hi everybody, you're all dead.
I'm your host, Duhad, deeply regretting every decision I've made in my life. Joining me as always are our GM, Balil.
Hello, I am Goddess. Belial of the God. Shit.
And our stalwart player, Winter.
Moo.
Our devious trickster god, Zombie Cam.
Hello.
And Sir actually appearing this week in this film. It's Morath.
Hello.
We pick up where we left off with our heroes having lost several organs and on the quest to divide up the party and do something really dangerous like every role-playing guide tells you to do.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
So,
This
yeah.
is fun.
Right now the party is split up. Buckethead's off on his own. Jacqueline is back at the house. Madison and Allison are heading off to the school.
I'm off to the club.
Okay. Major's obviously heading off to the club, and
Mitch.
yeah, and
Mitch.
Sorry, Mitch. Right. Sorry, Mitch is off to the club, and Morath is heading to the old building, right, to Hermione's house.
No,
The old apartment where Passenger was.
And
Thanks.
Balil has
The
been planning.
now it's time to hunt puzzles.
Well, no. Buckethead is going to Hermione's place.
Oh, okay.
Mitch is going to the club.
Good.
Murdoch is going to Vane's apartment.
Oh, right, of course.
And then you two are going to the school.
Okay, fair enough. So, point is, we're all off to do exciting adventures.
Or semi-exciting.
Or
It depends on
semi-exciting
what your
puzzles.
interpretation is. Yeah.
Listen here, evildoers. When we arrive to solve puzzles, you will regret your villainous ways.
Can y'all roll me basically initiative except without like the bonuses? So yeah.
D10.
Just D10. Yeah, so then I can know which person to start with and what order I should do this in.
5.
Oh.
No,
Just write it.
I got a 4.
What was that, D10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pulls out trash bag filled to the brim
With dice.
with
9?
dice. Okay, type it down.
Oh, yeah, here you go. Spoon!
So so the order, since Allison and Maddie are going to the same place, they'll be the ones that are going first. Yeah, I'll be typing that, don't worry. You don't need to type the order. Then it will be Mitch, then Murdoch, and yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. So, y'all bitches running?
Hell yeah!
Yes.
Yes. So, where were we left off?
We were all driving. None of us actually made it to the places yet.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if you were held up still at the mansion or if you went someplace else. All right. So, Allison and Maddie make it back to the elementary school, right? Or yeah, the elementary school, the oddly shaped, surprisingly large elementary school. They cross caution tape and walk past the burnt rubble of the very expensive car that was Murdoch's before it exploded.
Yeah,
And
blowing things up.
oh yeah. Yeah. The door is locked, by the way. Just
Fair enough.
And it was probably inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
On the way there, before we actually arrive, let me just get back a couple of seconds.
Just flashback that shit.
We need to go get some ice cream.
Mm.
Medicine turns to Allison. Allison, can we go get some ice cream?
Madison kind of looks a little. Sorry, Allison looks a little concerned about like the time limit. But
Who's the one with hypnosis now?
Master, I obey. No, Allison. Allison kind of looks a little concerned as she looks at Maddie, but then is like, oh no, like this poor kid, she's possibly dying. I can't. Of course, she wants ice cream to feel better. She says, of course, Maddie. Like, we'll get some ice cream before we go.
She does. That character, like your character, does realize that they have to actually pay for things in this country, right?
Yes. Well, this is late 90s Russia. Like the Soviet Union's over. She is still a communist by inclination, but she is not actually like living in the Soviet Union.
I mean, yeah, you can't just stand in your bread line and get ice cream. But yeah. Also, have you seen the Gorbachev doing a McDonald's commercial?
Oh God! Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious.
That's really good.
Anyone who's watching this, I don't know why you would, but please continue.
Don't encourage them
We need
to stop.
the views. No, please continue. Just like
Go watch the Gorbachev.
listen to watch the Gorbachev commercial.
Type into YouTube Gorbachev McDonald's commercial. Watch that shit. Come back. It's great.
Yeah.
Now continuing. So yeah, we'll stop by quickly to get back to an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we roleplay that out, please?
Sure.
Yeah.
Maddie, what would you like? Standing in line, I assume.
Could you get me some Neapolitan, please?
Neapolitan. That's the one with the 3 flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You two went to you went to 44,000 flavors.
Oh.
They say that because they claim that they can provide a flavor for every taste bud that a human tongue has.
Yeah, Allison scratched her head. Well, normally I don't think they actually. I think you have to get the Neapolitan ice cream at like a shop and scoop it out that way because it's just 3 different flavors. But I mean, it's got to be one of 4,000 flavors, right? I mean, it's a pretty common flavor.
You can buy them all separately for me.
Oh, I guess that would be the most reasonable way of going about this.
Oh God.
She gets up to the front and says, yes, do you have Neapolitan ice cream?
Yeah. How's it going?
Good. Hello. Yes, my name is Allison. I'd like to buy ice cream.
From what you see before he recognizes you is the guy from the mall that you locked in the closet.
Wait a minute. You.
You?
I mean, how you doing? Oh my God. Like.
Didn't you lock me in like a closet?
What? That was totally.
That was never confirmed.
That was for like, like.
Well, I mean, you must have saw it happen, right? You were there.
Yeah, I totally did. Like, this blonde bimbo went and shoved you in a closet and locked it. What? She was the messin'. Jerk.
Oh. Alright.
I'm an unrelated blonde American woman from California.
Well, anyway, apparently we got robbed, and after I got locked, and there was a terrorist attack, and it caused Lance to die, and then I lost my job because I was supposed to be responsible.
Oh my God, that sucks here, because money is so important and is more valuable than life of workers, so like, that's the bad part.
Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy. But
speaking of more valuable than life, can I please have my ice cream now?
Oh yeah.
What ice cream, little fella?
Madison looks a little bit offended, but could I please have a Neapolitan? It's very important.
Hold on, let me go into the back.
It must be a
Walks
pretty
him
big
in a
bag.
closet again.
Yeah,
we
like,
only carry 100 flavors in the front at a time.
wait, no, hold on one moment here. But you have an additional 3,900 in the back, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was going to say false advertising.
Well, actually,
Sounds
5,900. We have to
accurate.
cycle through this like every week. So.
Oh my god, that seems almost entirely unnecessary. But I mean, cool. It's value and all that. But
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna do it before my boss gets back.
oh yeah, it's you go do that.
He goes in the back.
Alison leans against the back counter and looks at into the counter and looks at Mass like. So what's up with with Neapolitan ice cream? You a big fan of all three flavors, or is it more just sort of a thing where you kind of want the variety?
It's for a friend of mine.
Oh. Is the watch visible on you?
Sure, I assume I still got it on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'll actually listen to them. Like, actually, your friend, Dionysus, I never really had a chance to talk to him properly. It seems like everyone else has been sort of abusing the watch to just do all sorts of weird things, but like, he seems like a nice guy. I kind of feel bad for him.
yeah, he seems pretty cool.
Do you know what flavor he likes, or... Oh my god, you get the Neapolitan so you know what... Oh, we should get a couple of ice creams and then figure out what he likes.
That's actually a pretty good idea. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, sometimes I get pretty good thoughts. She opens her...
When we put our heads together, we can do anything.
Alright, yeah, she gives you a little fist bump.
Madison hesitates and like, ooh, I have to touch poor person. And then she just
Yeah.
God damn it. The ice cream man returns. He seems to be covered in frost and a sort of shit. Oh my gosh, here's your ice cream. That'll be,
Actually, we'd like a couple more ice creams.
just get us the tub.
just get you the tub.
Yeah, okay, no, yeah, just give us the cup, but then we want a couple more ice creams, so I mean, like, we'll make a short list and then,
What ice cream? Just write it down
yeah,
here.
we make a list. None of the items listed are in the front, like, he has to go back for all of them.
Oh my god. he like fucking goes back. Obviously, just oh my fucking god. You better get a tip for this, and then walks into the back again.
Alison looks at Mass and like, you want to just actually go and maybe like get some ice cream from somewhere else? Like get some more ice cream from somewhere else?
After he goes back.
Why would he do that?
Because that guy kind of like sort of might actually, he's stupid, but he might not be stupid enough to like not figure out that we're actually the same people that blew up his previous place of business. Eventually.
Not sure.
I think
Maybe.
we can just grab it from here.
Alright, fair enough. And then we gotta go and take care of your organs so, you don't die.
Oh, I have no intention to.
Oh, good, yeah, Wait, you mean you have no intention to die? You have to get your organs.
No intention to die.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, like, the one I definitely approve of. The other one would have been a little bit more harrowing. So we wait for the ice cream guy to get back.
Yeah, it takes quite a bit, but he fucking has like tubs of just fucking loads of ice cream. His shirt is torn. He looks to have like, the beginning developments of a cold.
Yeah, Allison's tapping for like, come on, this kid is waiting and she's going to die soon. I mean, really, like some of us have, some of us has jobs to do.
Sorry, madam. That'll be. Hold on, let me bring it up. $183.
So, Mr. Walt, I only have 50, so I'm just gonna have to get half of these. You can put the other ones back.
Okay.
Let me just ring you up first.
All right, fair enough. So with armfuls of ice cream, we return to the.
Rule of weight. No, it's fine.
We're going to be carrying these. I don't think we have a car.
You're carrying so much ice cream that it crushes you to death.
Oh,
No, it's fine.
All right, well, okay, we're doing actually walk out to the car. We're just kind of carrying it.
God.
All right, go on, Maddie. Let's get to the puzzle room, and then we'll once we know what the puzzle, once we figure out what ever trap is prepared for us, we'll join Dion and eat some ice cream while we figure out how to proceed.
It's actually a really good idea. If we go in the watch, we have forever to figure out the puzzle.
Yeah. Well, technically, you have. We have limited
time.
You have basically unlimited time, but there is technically a limit on the time. Yeah.
But
Slow.
So the two girls like walk down to the school.
Yeah, the door is still locked.
Oh,
you didn't.
shoot.
So
yeah.
flashing back to the school, Madison has the cone, the Neapolitan ice cream cone in her hand, and she doesn't seem to be eating it. She's just slurping up the bits that melt and drip. Although it's winter or something.
Really,
isn't it?
it's
So
really
probably not
cold.
melting.
I love how you got ice cream in the middle of winter.
Yeah. That's why the people behind us didn't care, because there was no one behind us, because no one else was buying ice cream this time
Yeah,
of year.
there's like fucking snow all over the ground, and then you're just like, all right, let's buy a bunch of ice cream.
Yeah.
Well, Dion has no concept of time, pretty much.
Allison is going to we look at the thing and see if I have any lockpicking. I do not. Going to look at I look
Too
up
bad
to see
your
if there's any wake
lockpicker
windows that
is
are any
out of
open
mission.
windows or anything. DM from a higher level.
Well, not really any windows that are open. I mean, you could smash a window.
Yeah, I was gonna say all right, Madison. So this is an emergency situation. We don't normally do this. I don't want you to learn to do bad things like this. Okay, because this is not
It's
something.
funny.
Yeah, it's something kids should never do. So, but this is an emergency. Okay, never do what I'm about to do. She goes over and grabs a rock and throws it through one of the windows.
It doesn't make it makes a sound, but it doesn't, make
Yeah,
an
it's
alarm
crazy,
go
yeah.
off.
And she takes out one of her little batons and smashes in all the broken glass to make sure it's safe to climb in.
Mhm.
All right, Madison. Again, never break windows. Okay, it's a very bad thing to do.
Expensive.
Super expensive.
No, here, I'll help get you into the thing with an alley-oop. And all the ice cream, and then I'll climb in after you.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that was a exhilarating climb.
Sorry.
Now we're inside.
Oh, that was fun. Oh boy.
Well, again, let's not then feature. Oh boy, it's chilly in here. I guess they don't turn the heaters on when everyone's out and it's in the middle of winter. But let's find where this clue and the missing organs are.
Yeah, hold on.
I wonder whose organs these are. We're looking for. I hope it isn't Chris's blood.
Oh god.
Once you're done scrubbing all the floors in
high school, then we'll talk about mercy.
Oh, it's an elementary school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but once we've scrubbed all the floors in the elementary school, then we'll talk about getting your organs back.
Mm-hmm.
So, Madison, what is your flavor of ice cream?
Vanilla.
Oh, that's nice.
Racist.
What was it?
What? I didn't. I was just making an edgy joke.
Okay. Yeah. She says, actually, I'm quite partial to classic Russian flavor of ice. God, this is so mean. A classic Russian flavor of ice cream.
Almond raisin.
Turnip.
Ice.
Ice with sugar on.
All of these are good.
I was gonna say nothing.
Everyone was choosing good ones. In fact, it is just what Americans say, popsicle.
Yeah. In Soviet Russia, popsicle is our word for icicle.
It is
Sort of
easy.
what
Just
a spider would taste like.
a vodka spider.
Yeah.
Oh, it's what happens when you
Spider.
feed a spider lots of vodka and they eat it because you're hungry.
When you put ice cream in a soft drink
Oh, that's
and it fizzes up.
oh shit.
that we actually have something like that as a common thing in America.
Yeah, it's,
Just root beer floats, really.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ah.
Yeah. Root beer's at the staple.
The staple thing,
drink
but
that
yeah,
you put
they're
ice cream in.
ice cream floats in general are kind of like a thing. The root beer float is the most iconic and freedom-loving.
Yeah,
I've always called them spiders. Though I don't know if anyone else does. So.
I've never heard of that
It's a
term
weird
until now.
name, but I like it. I kind of think
Yeah.
it's cool. But
My grandmother, this is completely off topic, and I'm sorry everybody, but my grandmother used to make me and my cousins spiders, and because we were fans of Spider-Man, we would have, if it was like green one, it would be Green Goblin.
oh my god,
That's
Or
awesome.
Red. If it was like with creaming soda, it would be the Spider-Man.
oh my god, that's so cute. I love
It's
it.
so adorable. I love it. Oh my god.
That's actually super awesome.
That's
Thank you.
great. I wish I had a grandmother that was in my life for the first 10 years.
Oh jeez.
Anyway.
But yeah, anyway, so
She didn't die, by the way. They're just not involved in it. But anyway, yeah. So you are now in the common room of the of the school.
like okay, so we're in this common room and Allison's like, where should we look for? Where do you think we should look? We technically found the clue up in the records office. Do you think that would be the best place to start our search?
That sounds like a good idea.
All right, let's go.
So you go up the stairs.
Shuffles off carrying a bunch of ice cream.
Yeah, you're not sure if it's the ice cream or anything, but yeah, like you grab the railing in order to help get up the stairs, and it's a bit sticky.
Ugh. I hope this isn't. I hope it's just the ice cream and not an enemy's stand, or my blood, or that I'm starting to go crazy from blood loss, face loss,
The floor is sticky.
handrail sticky.
Handrail sticky.
I think
Oh,
you're
God,
noticing this
no!
more than me because I'm just carrying the ice cream in both hands. But
Wonder where I remember this from. Who knows?
Medicine, what's going on?
I don't know what is going on.
Well,
The handrail's sticky.
Yeah. Could this be the work of an enemy stand?
Is this
Or
what
just
American
poor
schools are
cleaning?
like?
This is what American schools are like. I love it.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Hmm.
God, this country is terrible. No offense.
How many fucking ice cream things are you holding?
Like 10.
Jesus.
10 tubs.
10 tubs of ice cream.
And that's a lot.
Crap.
Yeah.
You feel a little bit a couple of drips on your head, on the top of your head, and you
Gross.
touch it, and it's sticky. It's pretty grody.
I look up slowly with a slow pan, around to my upward turned face.
Yeah, the horror thing where it goes zing.
Yeah.
And you see that the ceiling is covered in honeycomb.
Oh my god. Bees!
You squint a little bit, and there's a person in one of them. In fact, there's multiple people encased in honey.
Okay, well, Madison sees the honeycomb Was she brought up to date? I can't remember. I'm just gonna pretend she wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's
That
seems
like you can.
I wonder,
They've got
where
quite
was
a
the
bad
last time you
infestation
saw
of
a
bees.
bee stand? Could it be at the same exact schools that you were in?
Yeah. So we probably actually
I
would have
never
told
saw
you
it.
this just because of the fact that, like, hey, we're going to the school in which the bee thing
Okay.
happened.
Yeah, I was looking at when I asked what Edward.
What?
Okay, well, Madison would have found out what happened to Edward.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
He was attacked by the bees.
By the bee.
Bee!
Yeah, like, Allison looks at
So
the honeycomb, looks down at her still bandaged hand, goes, "Oh no, not again."
It starts to drip a bit more. Quite a bit more.
Medicine, we gotta
runs
run.
for cover. Somewhere that's not dripping with honey
Good thinking.
or blood.
Running up the stairs, like trying to balance all the ice cream.
Yeah, you start running. Your feet sticking a bit to the ground with each step as you hear a thunk of bodies falling to the ground behind you.
Running faster now, please.
Just drop the ice cream! Drop the ice cream!
Oh, but I paid a lot of money for it.
We'll get it later!
All right, fine. She like stops very briefly and like puts it down carefully, and then keeps running.
Just
Oh,
nice
Madison
and
still has the ice
organized.
cream.
You hear loud buzzing start coming
Oh
from
God,
the
no, they're coming for us.
area
The
behind you.
bees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so what location specifically are you hoping to run to for safety?
Just like we're probably not the place we're actually going to, because if anything, that's going to be the most bee-centered area. So probably just like a nearby classroom or closet.
Yeah. Well, let's say a fun little thing here. So you basically find a quick closet that wasn't filled with shit and close it. It was the janitor's closet, and there's a bit of a leak from one of the pipes coming down from the ceiling. And
Whoa.
and after a few minutes of waiting and the buzzing, like you can still hear some of the buzzing going back and forth around the halls.
Allison looks at Nathan like, this is depressingly nostalgic.
Doesn't nostalgic mean that it's a happy memory?
Maybe. A little bit of water drips on her. I mean, like, realistically, I don't exactly have a ton of those, so I can't really judge, but this is pretty emblematic of most of my life. Traps in the tiny closet, getting dripped on.
By the way, kids, is it all right if we go a bit longer tonight so that I can at least get the beginning of everyone in?
I'm
As long as
down.
we still get to place Dolaris.
Rad. Yeah,
Yeah.
we will.
Of course not. But yeah, so, yeah. It's like, what should we do? Like, should we try and make a run for the room? I mean, we could hide maybe even long enough to escape the bees, but if you or anyone else dies, and I mean, if we get the organ and it's not yours, we need to meet up with everyone else, so I don't want to risk you dying just to escape the possible death of bee stings.
Death or death?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible death or pretty much guaranteed death.
I think I have someone who can help us.
You do?
But I need to get to a window.
Okay. I can run a distraction if you like.
Is it possible to distract bees? I suppose so.
I'm pretty sure I might be able to.
Alright then.
Alright,
You run somewhere and I'll get someone who can eat the bees.
Alright, she nods and puts a hand on Madison's shoulder and says, "Listen, Madison, I'm really sorry about, well, the way we start off, right? Get a good kid. Try not to die.
You too, kid.
There. She then kicks open the door and like leaps out of it, like propelling herself with her stand, starts screaming, "Come here, you capitalist pigs! Fucking come and get me! Come and die, you bastards!" And then she starts fucking sprinting down the hallway, like using her stand to blast out windows as she goes.
Mm-hmm. You see basically just fuckloads of bees come from where the ice cream was let down and rushing towards you specifically.
That's my ice cream! Yeah, it's like basically that scene in Jurassic Park where Ian Malcolm is running away from the T-Rex. That's Allison. Pretty quickly.
Except with bees!
With a swarm of bees.
Okay, Madison, as soon as the coast is clear-ish, at least, she runs out of this closet over to one of the windows that Allison blew open.
Mm.
And she throws the Neapolitan ice cream cone out the window, which sends it flying. The cone and the scoop of ice cream fall separate, and from one of the nearby rooftops of a building, a bird takes flight, flying directly towards the scoop of ice cream. He catches it in his claws. Actually, no, not in his claws. In one gulp, this massive bird swallows this entire scoop of ice cream, and then flies into the window that Madison is in and settles on her shoulder.
I love it so much. It's so good.
Madison turns to pat her bird and says, I'm glad you made it, Neapolitan.
Yeah. Hi. What did you miss, shit. Morath.
God. Oh my god. Okay, I'm putting this up on screen because Zombies just showed us a picture of what his fucking bird looks like.
Yep.
And this is the greatest avian of all time.
Of all time.
Even better than Pedro?
Even better, somehow. Okay, I think that's a pretty good place to cut to the next person to at least start establishing that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so the next one is Mitch. Now,
Yes.
Mitch, you are a bit uncomfortable after the last run-in on this place.
Yeah.
You have a car, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So, you drove your way here, and you get out of your car, have fuckloads of your paint supply on your belt. As a art teacher would have in the truck's own car.
Of course. Always gotta have those backups.
Yeah.
Just in case.
And before you is the same concrete building that you had entered before. Yeah.
They know my face. I can't get in through the front door. Or could I? Probably not. Let's... He takes a look at the surroundings and finds a, just kind of normal wall where there isn't any windows, if there are any.
There are no windows. This is the same building that you're describing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are no windows, remember?
Yeah.
It's basically a giant concrete block with a entrance and then an air vent on the roof.
Alright, good. So, Mitch goes to his car.
What the fuck was that?
Sorry, I had a chest problem real quick. Sorry about that.
Oh. Alright.
So Mitch goes to his car, pulls out a large tub of red paint, and dips his hands in, and then dips his shoes, and then dips the bottom of the shoes in, and then he tries to scale the wall.
Oh my fucking god. Roll me a climbing roll for me.
Oh god.
Don't worry, you're using sticky shit, so it'll be a bonus. I won't tell you what the bonus is.
Yeah. The thing is, Mitch does not have any good skills going to this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I rolled a 9.
Oh,
So
grand. Tell me what
8.
your total is. 8 is the total?
Because I don't have any climbing and I have 1 strength.
That's weird. But
Unless climbing doesn't get a penalty to it when you're unskilled.
I have no idea, but who cares?
10
You
or
make
8.
it up the wall because of the bonus. Don't worry.
Oot.
Yeah, you make it up the wall. Have to basically take off the paint off of your hands, like as if it were glue, like dried Elmer's glue. A bit grody. I imagine the way that you actually got it in is that you put the bucket on your paint palette and then you just dunked everything in.
Yeah.
To the bucket. Yeah, so you're now on the roof. It's a beautiful, cloudy, terrible day because there's snow all over the roof.
Yeah. Mitch does the scenic kind of look with using the hand to block out the sun, realizing that they were still a little bit stuck. He has to pull a little bit harder to get his hand out of his forehead before going to try to crawl through the vents.
You have a bit of red paint on your face now.
Just a tad.
Good for you that your gracious ally, Allison, had already in your previous venture smashed open the air vent pretty easily.
Yeah. If not, I could have used some yellow paint to loosen up the bolts and take it out, but...
Even so, but yeah.
Even so, it saves me the essence.
It seems that this place has been pretty fucking abandoned since then. Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm. You begin climbing in there. It's a bit of a tight fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably had to use some yellow to get his way through.
Oh yeah, you basically drench yourself in yellow and then start sliding in like a grease ball. You kind of look like that one scene from Always Sunny where Frank is covered in hand sanitizer.
Yes.
So pure.
So pure.
Yeah. After a little ways, you didn't account for the sudden drop, and you dropped to the bottom floor, knocking your head a little bit.
Ugh. He groans before standing up and taking a look around, hoping that there was no one nearby. But by the sounds, there wasn't.
Takes you a little bit of work to keep your footing for a little bit because you still have grease basically on your body. Yeah. And the room is pretty much the same as it was before. The light's a bit darker now, almost as if no one's turned off the light. It's kind of completely abandoned, and there's the bed, just assorted things, and a giant dried up blood splatter on the carpeting.
Mitch takes a second to look at that, shaking his head before going to look around the room for anything that could be considered a puzzle box or anything new, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What places would you like to check specifically?
Under the bed, on the desk, under the desk, in any shelves, that ilk.
Mm-hmm. All right. So after a few moments, you after not a few moments, but after a couple of minutes of sifting around, you start you sift down underneath the bed. And you start reaching around in there. It's a bit dark. You can't really see much.
Yeah.
And then you firmly grab something. It doesn't feel like any living thing or anything.
It's not alive. Okay, good.
It's kind of solid. Yeah.
Alright, pull it out.
Right as you pull it out, you actually find it lifting up, putting your, wedging your hand against the bottom of the bed.
Oh god. Mitch is gonna use his free hand to try to pop the mattress off to get a view.
You try and pop the mattress up, and it goes up extremely quickly. And in fact, it's now wedged against the ceiling.
The mattresses?
Oh, yeah. It's been almost as if it was lifted up to the ceiling. So you just have the bed frame with your hand wedged against it. And you see this weird figure.
Oh no.
It's just kind of a weird looking figure. It's just weighing against it. It's very circular. Looks kind of like a balloon, almost.
Oh god.
Right now, I'm trying to sift through my images
Fair enough.
for the image that I drew like a million years ago.
Yeah.
When I was preparing this campaign, like
And
8 millennia in the
soon as
past.
She's opened it up
Yeah.
and shown it to us here in the call. I will make sure that you at home will be able to see it as well.
Do.
God, I hate this thing. Stall. I'm ruining the campaign.
Listen to me as we talk about the adventures of Major. Previously on Major's Bizarre Adventures Part 2. I'm one of the other characters right now. I don't even know who. Something's happening.
All of the
neighborhood.
characters.
I'm all
You're
of the
the culmination
characters
of every single character.
who was originally in this thing.
Edit this out. No.
No, it's fine. So anyway, where were we? Right. So, you're looking at this bed, and
Yeah, it's
out
a bed.
from the bed jumps the spookiest, scariest fucking stand of all. It is none other than
A balloon.
the balloon.
Ah!
Oh my god, it's a fucking Hindenburg all over again.
It's spooky. It's balloons.
Yeah, you could probably describe it while you look for the image, and
Yeah. So it's I found it.
okay, there you go.
It's
Perfect
an old
timing.
image. Just look how old this image is, but even so, it works.
Okay, yeah, it works. Oh, that is a
Oh.
spooky
Yeah.
balloon.
Yeah. It's this weird balloon-looking thing that kind of has a beach ball design on the top, except with like a weird pink and brown color, and a big band of red that has a stony face. And along with that, it has these tiny little arms that are gripping your hand as it wedges your hand firmly against the metal frame.
Come here, kid. Come here. Look at me. I'm a spooky balloon.
Mitch
It
will.
looks like this
Yes.
up on the screen. But go ahead, continue.
Mitch reaches across to his palette, forming some blue, and then trying to smear it on the creature's face.
What does blue do again?
It's the calm down one.
Mm-hmm. You smear it on the face, but it seems
I tried to give it a
still be
smile, even.
You painted a little smile on this fucking stand? Okay.
Yes.
It's still lifting, almost as if it's not controlled by mood in any way. Although I imagine whoever's on the receiving end of this must be having a pleasant time now.
Oh god.
Oh man, I suddenly feel really good.
Yeah.
Man, killing
I'm
just
so
is like
calm.
my
It's like
favorite
tea.
thing.
Mm. So, Winter, roll me a dodge real quick.
Oh
Only
god.
quick little dodge. Just a quick one.
12. You have to be dexterous to paint the Mona Lisa.
All right. Well, you luckily enough, just barely get a bruised rib. But suddenly from the ground in the rug below you, you get a quick punch to the gut from something, and and after that quick force to your gut, it begins to continue to push against your gut upwards.
Oh god, I'm being held up pretty much.
You're being beamed right now.
If only I could be beamed up, Scotty.
Oh, I said beamed, like a beam.
Oh.
But regardless,
how am I
man.
gonna deal with this thing? Oh no.
yeah.
There's no way Mitch can outstrength this thing, so it will come down to Mitch doing some more color theory. Yeah, he's gonna use that red that was on his face and the blue in the little bit of excess of blue that was on his mat, and he's gonna just start to smear that together.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna apply it to himself to make him more dense and colder.
Oh my god, you're becoming. Oh my god, you're just weighing yourself down.
Yes.
Oh shit, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. How much does Mitch normally weigh?
186.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, because you weighed yourself down, you find a sudden crack in the ground. You suddenly hear a crack before all of the rug around you rips up from the little area that you're occupying and hits the ceiling.
I am Havel.
Mm-hmm. Revealing the foundation underneath the building. And along with this, you do notice that the carpet that now carrying the bed frame and allowing you to slip out of the thing, all of the carpeting and all the furniture that has been lifted to the ceiling is completely. It has all of just a little bit of the has just a bunch of these little balloon fellas, encompassing every little part of everything. Fuck, it's just lifting all of it.
Yeah, there are many of them lifting the different things.
Yeah.
All right.
Dun, dun,
All right. So,
dun, dun, dun.
well, I could try to punch this thing. I don't think it would work that well because there's many of them. So, time to just stomp my way over to try to find that user.
Well, there's no foundation. there's a foundation. So you basically get up and then immediately find yourself like being weighed down suddenly onto the like an unknown basement. It's almost as if there was a little basement or crawl space that was underneath this building. Then nobody just decided to fill in with shit.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Well, might as well check out this crawl space. See if anyone's crawling in it. See if any valuables are crawling in it.
Yeah. It isn't a very large crawl space, but you do end up finding a peculiar box. And around it, there are more of those little stands lifting through the ground.
But not the box.
Oh yeah, not lifting the box, but around it, basically bursting through the ground and then hitting the ceiling along with the rest of them.
Are they just staying at the ceiling, like balloons?
Yeah.
When they hit the top?
Yeah.
That's scary. That is scary.
Yeah, it's pretty spooky, you could say.
Yeah. Just a chilling nerve runs up Mitch's spine as he grabs the box, throws in, checks it out quickly.
You throw a box with an orc?
No.
No.
Yeah, no, he doesn't throw it. He picks it up and looks it over quickly.
So,
Yeah, this is probably the puzzle box.
yeah, so the box is kind of a weird, ornate thing, but it has a bunch of assorted random shapes all around. And at the top of it, where a lock would normally be, is instead a little square indent. After a little bit of filling, you find that each of the individual shapes on the box can be taken off of it. So you imagine it's some sort of jigsaw puzzle.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, great. Well,
Now, click this.
yes, I have.
Don't
So-
interact with the pieces quite yet.
Alright. When I do, yes.
Oh my god.
I will be
Understood.
timing you
Oh,
my
god.
for
Okay.
completing this, and during that time we will jump to the next person.
Yeah, and while that's going on, I'm going to quickly show the people at home what that looks like. But continue on to Morath while I do so.
Oh,
Tell me when to start.
yeah. Hold on. I just gotta do it. I'm going to give you 15 minutes. Right.
Alright, I think I can do it.
Get ready to start in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we're going to move on to Murdoch.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Send me the links that you if I need one when I get there. Send them
yeah.
to me through Steam.
Mhm.
Because I can't actually use the computer.
Yeah, it's fair.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
You're going to Vane's place.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And you have a car, correct? Or at least you're using someone else's car? Okay.
Yeah, I had 2 cars. One of them exploded. So.
That
I do
is
apologize to people at home. I cannot, for some reason, screen capture this puzzle. Continue, though.
First piece in!
But anyway, so good thing you had a car, otherwise you would have had to walk the entire way of the highway. But after sort of a weird drive and kind of a chilling feeling when you pass the distorted trees and crater along the highway that Hermione was at, you reach the apartment complex that Vane's apartment was in.
Okay.
Oh god.
So, I'm gonna just go up to the apartment. I mean, like, I've been here a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm going to be keeping an eye out for traps, however, because this person took my liver or something.
They took some part of you.
Yeah. And so I know that she's probably got very little in the way of scruples or honor. So I'm trying to avoid traps.
It's fair. Understandable. But you see, it seems to be very uncontested. The person at the counter doesn't seem to give a shit about your presence. You know, just a random attendant that's looking at a fucking magazine of Acting Weekly with on the cover is yet again Alan Sanders. And you walk by, go up the steps, and go to the same place as it was before. The door's locked, by the way.
Yeah. It is now handleless.
You broke off the handle.
I was just gonna, because that's the easiest way to get to the actual locking mechanism. Yeah.
Tell me how you smashed it. Did you use your hand or a foot, or did you have something with you that could smash it?
I mean, I have a bow that randomly turns into shit I need that can now only do lethal damage nowadays. So pretty sure I can do this.
That's fair.
I mean,
you basically just shot
because it's
the
mundane.
thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you open the thing? Do you have a lock picking skill?
I
No,
think
that's why
your-
I
our
am
luck
using
set.
it this way. This is why I'm doing it this way instead of actually picking the lock.
Oh.
Also, I think is larceny a skill in this because I think that's one that's typically
Lock
used for that.
picking is a skill in the
Yeah, lock picking
okay.
is a skill. Yeah.
I would know.
Mm-hmm. Larceny
But-
is I think that's a Vampire Masquerade
Yeah.
skill.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh
That's
god, this
that,
puzzle.
and I think it's also used on cinematic stuff, or not cinematic
No,
itself,
cinematic
but like
is
other.
there's a thing called crime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why I did it that way instead of actually picking lock, is because I don't actually have that skill. So I'm just like, okay, I can just I can just like bypass the actual pin and tumblers by getting to the actual mechanics of the thing.
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
Oh, this sucks.
So you open the now broken door, and the apartment is cleaned. Like, it seems that it's been that people noticed that the attendant was not going to come back, and after leaving the door open and all that shit, people probably just realized that they should probably clean it and just try and give it to someone else. So the room looks fairly clean. It is kind of lived in though.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It does, which is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. By
Um,
the way, I'm describing this as if you basically just opened the door and you haven't yet stepped inside.
yeah.
Oh god, I hate this thing. I'm
on my mask.
So...
You have 9 minutes left. When
I know.
You might want to give him more time. This is a really difficult puzzle.
Fair.
I'm already halfway done.
Oh well, never mind.
Fuck you, Zombie Cam.
No, Zombie's right. If he can do it, then it's not as hard as I thought, and therefore...
I completed it in 11 minutes, which is why I gave you 4 extra minutes.
Did you also craft the puzzle?
Yes, I did, but that's why I gave like
yeah.
almost 5 extra minutes because I was like,
Give
yeah,
him 20. Give him 20. I think, like, to be fair, like...
fine. I'll give you 5 more minutes after the timer goes on.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
I
anyway,
was about to send a screenshot of my progress.
So,
but I think it was a good idea, 'cause then we
you'll
can
cheat.
cheat.
Yeah.
I'm pulling. Yeah, I'm pulling on my mask at this point.
Okay.
Just because if somebody new is living here,
Mhm.
I don't want to be able to be easily identified
Mhm.
by face,
Hold on.
and then I'm gonna walk in tentatively.
Mhm. The room that you enter is extremely cold. Like cold. Like you can see your breath. And it's actually colder than it is outside, which is surprisingly, pleasant comparatively. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
I'm gonna finish
odd.
this in time.
Though, if the organs are in a cooler and somebody's opened it, that might be a bit of a problem. Hold on, let me switch networks real fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
All right.
Yeah, Zombie, you're not wrong. This puzzle isn't that bad once you kind of start getting going into it.
Oh yeah.
I'm
If
not
you- if you
getting
figure out-
going at all.
If you figure out a way to do it, or you know how, the general rule with most puzzles, it's not that difficult. Especially since it's a children's puzzle.
That makes me feel even worse.
By the way, we should put the link in the description
Oh yeah, I'll
later on.
Yeah, I'll make
Yeah.
a note of this puzzle to
Mm-hmm.
Actually, just send it to me privately while you continue.
Oh
to
yeah.
move
Well,
around.
I'll do that after the session.
Yeah.
Because the weird thing with the link for this is that when you do the puzzle and then you make a link out of it afterwards, it just sends the finished results of whatever you're at.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. So you have to have it at the beginning when you
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, continue the role-playing adventures for now.
And anyway, yeah. So the
Oh, it's not that large. Okay.
yeah, the apartment is very cold.
By the way, are you letting them use the example image?
I'm not using it.
No,
That's usually
that's just a thing with Skype. Is
no. I mean, like the program actually lets you see what the image looks like in small scale.
no,
doesn't
don't do
help?
it. That is bad.
Yeah, I
Well,
have.
I mean, that's what most puzzles do. So you have at least an idea of what the shapes are supposed to work like.
It's fine. It's not that hard.
But
Not that.
yeah,
hard.
I'm gonna like start looking around the apartment, just like slowly. See if I come across anybody. Yeah, my bow is actually unsummoned, but like, I'm just looking around.
Yeah, you start rummaging about. You hear the click of the door close.
Disconnect. Good.
Okay. I turn around. Is there somebody that came because I didn't shut the door. So who?
No. But the door seems a bit frosty.
Oh,
Snowman is here.
God damn it. The Frosty the Snowman has broken into the apartment.
Don't make me laugh. I'm trying to work.
Yeah, I have my bow back out again. And I'm looking for the source. Well, okay, it seems like it's spreading from the room or from outside the room on the other side than the door, apparently. So, I'm gonna go and see. I'm gonna go to where it's colder and colder within the apartment.
Alright. So you head towards the more cold part of the apartment. Not that difficult. And along your way, you actually pick up a few photos. At first, you don't really, pay mind to them. You kind of just pick them up, quickly glance, and not really pay mind to
This could be
the
useful
contents of
later.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been
right.
left. They've been left in my scavenger hunt for an organ. I assume I will need them later.
Yeah. But after acquiring about 4 photos, you put them in your pocket, and you make your way towards deeper into the apartment, which isn't that deep if you really think about it. And then you hear another weird noise from behind you.
Bow's out and drawn. Okay. So, this is creepy. Then again, I'm not sure exactly what I expected. Or my character's saying that in his, pseudo Batman, not him voice.
Oh, your Batman voice, of course, Graham.
Everyone has a Batman voice.
My character has his,
No, I want to give an example of what this Batman voice is.
I can't do it right now, but I'll do it for you next time it comes out.
Alright. I mean, keep in mind, this is a session where you might die, so,
Yeah. In which case, I'll give, as long as I have some time to make that happen, I will get myself into a situation where I can actually do it. Before I die, and that way I can deliver, my final death message in that voice.
I did one side of the puzzle.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I do I do the border first.
Well, yeah, that's
I
what I'm
love
doing.
how everyone's like, yeah, let's do the puzzle.
Yeah, well, it's like I'm doing the border first. I've only completed one side of the border.
Oh, I have 3/4 of it.
Good.
But I'm 13 minutes in.
Well,
Yeah, you
go,
still
go,
have
go,
5
go.
minutes on.
Yeah.
More than 5 minutes. Go,
Yeah.
go.
But anyway, so after hearing the weird noises come from behind you, and saying your Batman voice thing, you turn around to see someone who you recognize as familiar.
Okay.
You recognize
Sure.
him as it's kind of a bit hazy in your memory, but you remembered him from someplace.
Oh no.
Like, as if you know him, like, really well at some point in your life.
Huh. So just curious. You wouldn't happen to know where I can find an organ on these premises, would you?
Well, I don't know, Murdoch.
Yeah, you know my name. I don't believe I've had the pleasure, at least not in living memory.
That's kind of sad, since we used to be best friends, you and I.
Was this in that period of time that almost everybody I know seems to have lost?
Well, I'm not sure, but old Maurice here, and that brings back your memories. He was actually your best friend during high school. I can't remember why you never kept in touch, but whatever. Oh man, isn't that funny? So I'm gonna have to. So the 15 minutes are done, but I'm going to be adding on an extra 6 to be nice.
Thank you. You know that this also keeps the timer, right?
I'm aware, but I'm keeping my own so that I am notified. Otherwise,
Fair enough.
Otherwise you could just say, "Oh, I finished the puzzle," and it's.
Well, I would send you a screen
He
cap.
send you a screen cap with.
Yeah, but you could always
time on
prompt it or Photoshop it, but whatever.
You know I'm not like that.
I know. I'm still doing. Yeah, you remember Maurice Oppenheimer? He was your best friend during high school. You know, you were a fellow nerd.
Dude, that has been a while.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know why I don't remember you particularly. Probably because nobody really wears age well.
Mhm.
So, again, since you don't know where the organ is,
Well,
are you gonna...
I do,
Right.
but I've been a bit hired to stop you. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be honest with you, I'm a little bit harder to take out than this person probably did, and usually I try to do so non-lethally. However, that is currently impossible given my current armament and the person I'm fighting against, judging by your stand, and let loose an arrow.
All right. Roll me an arrow.
Arrow.
Arrow throw. Arrow gun.
And then I'll once I do that, I'll let you know what it was supposed to be.
What do you mean? What?
Well, it's
Oh.
yeah. I was gonna try to pin him to the wall with like a net, but I got a 7.
Okay. Hold on. We'll see if you even hit in the first place.
Where is... I'm missing one piece of the side.
Try moving all the pieces around, expanding and closing the screen. Sometimes pieces like kind of warp out, so you have to like.
What did you roll, Graham?
Program.
You mean on the attack, or I was rolling
On the
my
attack.
arrows? Oh, I need to actually
Roll an attack.
do that
yes.
one. Yeah, the attack was different because remember my arrows are randomized.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking for that roll.
Yeah, no, I
Not
knew
yet.
You told me, but yeah.
For that, I rolled an 8 plus my stance precision, which is an A, and do I use my and then my dexterity, which is a 4, or no, I use my archery skill, don't I?
Yeah.
It was
So
in the
that's
background. Thank you, April.
All right, go.
That's a 17.
Okay. Yeah, you hit. And you pin old Oppenheimer to the wall with this what's supposed to be a net, but instead it seems to be kind of a weird mixture of Iron Maiden and net. So he kind of has a bunch of weird tiny nails in him.
Oh, geez, old Oppenheimer got shot with a...
Let me roll this damage real quick. All right, that's a thing.
Test was one of character.
Do you need to know the damage code on my bow?
Oh no.
Or because there's the power of it. Which is also an A.
Wow. A power. But yeah, you have 2 minutes left, Winter.
I'm not even close.
Puzzles, like, some of the pieces just seem to go disappearing sometimes.
Yeah.
I still can't find core pieces. I can't...
I'll give you another 10 minutes after this. Alright? But after that, that'll be it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Alright.
Yeah. But anyway...
Zombie, you finished it?
So he gets pinned with basically an Iron Maiden thing, and he doesn't seem to resist much.
So that's the nice way of asking. Where's my organ?
Well, fun fact is, even if you were to, actually kill me, which sadly that, connected through death, whatever. There's a puzzle.
Yeah.
There's a puzzle, right? So, in that closet up there, in that little closet next to you, no, to the right, not to the right. Oh, your right. Oh shit. Yeah.
All right.
That one. The one that looks very obviously not like it should be here. Is that
right?
Puzzle? Yeah. Yeah. Pick it up. Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Before I start the puzzle, I have to. But.
What?
So yeah. Before I actually start the puzzle, I need to go to the bathroom, but I was waiting until I finished the scene. So it's like, yeah, okay. So how do I solve it? Like, is there any rules to the puzzle I should know about?
Well, the rules are that you only get 3 tries. Now, the fun little fact about this puzzle is that it's a bit more personal than even I'm comfortable about. It's a bit weird. Yeah.
You're getting deep into your psyche, friend.
Yeah, you're gonna get a bit deep. So, the fun little thing is, have you seen the pictures that were placed all around this place?
I've picked them up.
You picked them up? Oh, just pull them out. Pull them out. Just pull them out.
I'm all out.
I'll do that, and then fan them out in like the order that I picked them up in.
Well, the best part about this is that you notice a really key thing is that these seem to be pictures taken while you were in high school. Except they're not normal pictures. They're pretty creepy ass pictures. So you look at them, and one of them is while you're in your own room in your house, the place that you were staying in high school, and you and Oppenheimer are hanging around in there, while Jacqueline is on the bed, and it seems to be as if this photo was taken from outside of the window. Then you go to the next one, and you find it's you and Jacqueline at a picnic table, and that it seems to be taken from a little ways away, almost as if it's from the bushes. And then the third one you look at it's you and Jacqueline having a verbal fight someplace. Again, the picture seems to be from the perspective of someone who's not
in the photo.
Yeah. And then the last one is something that did you actually kind of remember happening? Was one day when you and Jacqueline decided to go out in the woods spontaneously and go rafting. So it's a picture of her tying the raft while you're sitting in the thing. Again, this seems to be taken from a creep shot.
I'll ask about these pictures later. Why? But what about them?
Well, you know that little gap in your mind?
Yeah.
This is a cruel little joke that my employer did, Perez, but you have to figure out why you and the missus broke up.
Oh God.
Only on those pictures alone.
Interesting.
Obviously, I haven't told you all the details of the pictures, so you can ask by one on which ones.
I'll do that with you in the background while you handle somebody else after I get back from the bathroom.
All right, sweet. Yes. So,
Only one left.
how's it going, kiddos?
Pretty bad.
You have like 3 minutes left. So.
Of that time.
Try disarranging a couple of times if you're missing pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Hi.
You did disarrange a couple of times in order to find missing pieces, by the way, because they do like spawn out.
Some of them could be stacked on each other. That's a weird thing.
They also can like be outside of your actual like screen, and then you have to disarrange in order to actually find them. So just disarrange a couple times if you're still missing pieces.
I don't know where.
There's a weird thing that happened before on here. I wanted to see whether or not it would have been okay to have them where they spawn in random orientations, like different angles, like because you can rotate them.
Oh god,
And then I
That
said,
would be
no.
hell.
And then I had a really difficult time even solving it, and I was like, okay, no, I'm not going to do that. That's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, like, puzzles are usually
This
supposed to be
is
done with a
cruel.
reference
No.
picture and colors. Like, removing both of those and rotating all the pieces would be hell.
Oh,
This is
Yeah.
already hell.
I didn't expect it to be so hard.
This is really, really fucking hard. Yeah,
It's
I'm
fun.
still like got like
It's cut so awkwardly.
I haven't got any. I haven't got the entire like any. I've only got three. I've only got 3 sides completed.
I have the
No, I've
full
got 2
border
sides
done.
completed. Oh Jesus. Anyway,
I have the-
alright, I'm gonna close it because I'm gonna go insane if I keep on trying to do this impossible puzzle.
So anyway, we're going to go back to
Yeah,
the two
back to the school.
kiddos, the two of you. So this is just after your bird leaps through the window and takes a gulp of your ice cream in one bite.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's as if no
I
time
know
is-
how we're going to beat bees.
Eat them.
What is that? But there's also...
I'm distracting them. You can also you can try and figure out how to defeat the bees, or you can go to the puzzle room quickly.
Is there a map anywhere nearby? Like a map of the school?
Oh yeah, I described this the first time you went to the school.
Oh.
There is a map. There's the map that's used in evacuations for fire.
In
Yeah.
that case,
Oh, the other piece of the circle.
Does the school have any sort of garden area, like a greenhouse type thing or anything?
I mean, I'm gonna say yes on the roof.
Okay. Am I near the roof?
Well, you did climb up 1 floor, and this building has 3 floors, so you need to climb up 2 more in order to get to it.
Allison is running away,
Yeah,
so
pursued by bees.
I'm going to shout after her. Allison, run to the kitchen! I'll meet you there!
What? All right. Scamper.
Is there like a cafeteria, kitchen area? I assume.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's an elementary school, obviously.
Oh god, I just found a fish the entire outside. Continue, sorry.
You said you weren't gonna do it.
I just stopped and then I got back to it.
I love how addictive.
It's difficult!
It's so hard.
It's addictive, man.
It's so clever. Oh, fuck this puzzle, it's great.
I am God.
Alright, continue.
You're the
I'm paying attention,
God, this is puzzles.
Okay, so Madison is going to run to the rooftop.
Yeah.
And she is going to get. Hold on.
I hate these just blank pieces. They don't help at all.
Oh. Oh god, this is horrible.
I'm gonna be
You really
driven
have to
into
use
fucking madness.
Look, I really think you have to use the example
Madison
picture
is
to have
going-
any hope.
Okay, yeah,
Medicine.
fine. Use the
Go.
example picture.
No. Too far in now to bother.
No, God,
Let him do that.
zombie dude, like, just come on. Like, we don't want him
Then
to
the
die
time.
for nothing.
That's it.
Continue.
You can do anything.
The funniest part is
So-
that this is just the first part of the puzzle.
Yeah, which is why I don't want him to fail on it, because then we don't get to see the rest of the puzzle.
Yeah. But anyway,
Madison is going to grab potassium nitrate.
potassium
Which is like-
nitrate.
It should be in the gardening area. It's like a fertilizing thing used in gardening. It's quite
Yeah.
common.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I suppose.
And once she's got that, she starts running to the kitchen to meet Allison there.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Allison's been busy, like, sprinting, like, as hard as she can through the school buildings. Like, she doesn't really know exactly where the kitchen is, so she's just sort of been, like, hoping and praying that she gets there before the bees swarm her.
Not the bees.
Oh god, my eyes. No, my eyes.
My ass is burning.
Oh no.
Not the bees. But
So yeah, so sliding around until she eventually smashes through a pair of double doors into the kitchen.
yeah, you end up smashing through the doors in the kitchen. The bees are fucking swarming behind you.
Madison, I'm coming and I'm bringing bees with me.
Is Madison in the
heroic
kitchen
of
before
war
Allison
cries.
is? Or-
I would say yeah, since
Okay.
it would take a bit to actually like.
Yeah.
Madison is has a fry pan, and she has poured in sugar and the potassium nitrate.
Mhm.
You're making a fertilizer bomb.
I am making a smoke bomb.
Oh,
Close
Okay.
enough.
out of a essentially fertilizer. So that's the active ingredient in
Yes.
the
active
fertilizer
ingredient,
box.
Awesome. Let's see what happens.
It explosions.
Yeah.
Winter, question. I have a quick question here, Winter. Have you ever been in Dion's place?
Both characters have.
Oh, then you might benefit from what the other two will do.
Okay. Okay, it's gonna take me in as well, okay.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm being generous with time, so don't worry.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah, the fact you're not dead yet is a good sign.
Too generous.
Oh, you wouldn't instantly die. It would be a slow, excruciating death if.
I'm
we
probably suffering already.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily.
Not yet.
But yeah.
I'm getting there.
Have fun. Yeah. But anyway, so you start making. You roll me into this thing, like intelligence roll or craft roll or alchemy roll or whatever the fuck you have to build a bomb.
Sure.
One
Can
workshop.
I use science?
Yes, I would say that works because that includes chemistry.
Science is very specific. You have to choose your
No,
science.
it's not. No, I made it. You can. The GM can decide whether or not it's a.
Yeah,
alternate.
Originally, I had science like all the specifics. I had like physics, chemistry, biology, and then Baloo was like, "Oh, you don't need all those. Just do one to represent them all."
Stop trying to kill
that's a
Zombie
15.
just because he's trying to kill
Like
you.
he's trying to kill me?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
In character.
What are you talking about, Winter? I love you. You are my best friend, and I love all of your characters.
I love how you're stalling time while these.
They deliberately
this
stalled
puzzle.
this time out. Oh god.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Allison's like Madison, what is this? What are you making?
Smoke bomb.
Good enough. She charges past you and like throws herself against the back, like the wall next to you. Cause the bees are coming.
This is difficult even with the fucking image because it doesn't help.
Use shape recognition. Use basic shape recognition to look at like the slots and stuff.
That's great.
It should be pretty quick, I think. It'll turn into a brown goo, and then she just needs to. She'll just throw it straight into the fire on the stove as soon as it's done.
Oh wow, really?
That's actually
I didn't know that's how
you don't have
make-
much other choice.
True.
All right, good enough. Hit it.
Yeah, so you lay it down. The bees rush in over the stove, and after within seconds, it immediately puffs the entire room with a big murky cloud of smoke. And you can just hear as the
Another piece.
hold on a moment. Shit. So, as you can hear the sound of bees lowering more and more. Like there's less and less sound of bees in this room.
Like choking on smoke. I was like,
Yeah.
Good job, Madison. This was ready. Oh god, I'm fucking dying.
You might
I'm
exit
fucking
the room.
dying.
That's fine.
Yeah, like slowly starts crawling out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good, Madison. We should get to the puzzle and stop yourself from dying.
I'm glad that. I didn't think it would work on stand bees.
They're physical enough for you to see, so they flop over on ground. Oh, so probably physical enough for you to stop the smoke.
Yeah, as you crawl out of the room, you have to, Allison can only see it, but you brush aside just fucking, like, the entire floor covered in bees.
Yeah, it's like, that's for
tired.
eating my ice cream, you motherfuckers.
Fucking hell.
That's great. Oh no. Oh dear.
Really?
So slowly, awkwardly standing.
Did you do it?
No. But I'm closer. I'm a lot closer.
Did you do it? No. Not at all.
Not
Fine.
at all. I'm 47% complete.
Oh wow.
You go,
I'm
go,
58.
go.
I've been like passively doing this in the background. I'm already 43%.
Fucking hell.
And I've been doing it like not at all caring. Yeah.
But you made the puzzle. You have at least a slightly clearer notion of how it all fits together.
That is fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But regardless, now that there's no bees, you could probably make your way to where you believe the thing is.
Yeah. So we'll go to the records room, which is where I still believe is probably the most likely.
And in that time, we'll return to Murdoch, who is looking at the photos.
Alright. So, from my guess from the chronology of the pictures, I'm guessing it's the study group There's one that I'm actually missing. So the actual description got away from me because I was pacing at the time.
Wish I could be pacing.
There was the study group one, which was the first one that was laying down, and I'm forgetting the one that's in between that one and the one where Jacqueline and I are fighting.
Oh, so the first one, I should just describe them in detail, is the room that you lived in during high school. It's filled with your nerd toys. It has you and Oppenheimer playing, playing basically video games of that era. So this was the
long.
yeah, it was long, and it appears to be nighttime. Yeah, Jacqueline is sitting on the bed in the background, staring at the TV. The second one has both you and Jacqueline on a picnic table, and you have your shirt and all of that. I'm giving you 6 more minutes, Winter, to complete it, and if not, then you will.
I think we might as well just give him till the end of the session because that's kind of.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, fine. Until we return to you, you will have the ability to do it.
Alright.
But yeah, so where was I?
You were talking about the picnic table.
Yeah. So, it's you and her. It seems like a normal date at the picnic table. Jacqueline kind of has a little bit look of disinterest, while you're sort of talking expressively. And then the third one is that both you and Jacqueline seems to be in a verbal fight. She is grabbing your shirt, and then the fourth one is that Jacqueline is tying the rope to a raft on a river, on the riverside in the woods that you went on, and you're in the raft.
So that one I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you remember it vaguely. I mean, you remember actually going on the date, but you don't remember everything from it.
As you don't remember.
Right. Which means it's probably at the either the beginning or the end of whenever my memory was tampered with. It's probably on the tail end of those. So I'm gonna guess, because that was a date, that is fairly early.
Chronology is important.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. I'm like just sitting there, and I'm putting that one at the beginning, to my left.
Yeah.
The disinterested one, or the verbal fight, I'm gonna keep to the side, because what bits I do remember about our relationship is, arguments were not uncommon, but they happened a lot more towards the end of our relationship than they did at the beginning.
You don't remember what they were about. It's,
right.
The important thing.
Yeah. But I am going to put the disinterested one at least towards my right, not all the way at my right.
All right.
And then I am going to put the one where we're all sitting in essentially what was my dorm room, basically.
Your high school dorm room, yeah.
Yeah, in the middle of the disinterested and the rafting trip.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
Then I'm going to look up at the guy who's currently strapped to the wall. I'm going to hold up the one I don't know. Be like, do I get any hints, or are you just going to be...
No, I'm just going to sit here.
Observe?
Yep.
Alright.
That's my job, Boy Scout.
I mean, yeah, his job isn't to give you hints.
Apparently we had a connection. I mean, I don't remember it because it's been ripped out of my...
a wall, you asshole.
This is true.
Very...
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't intend to hurt him. It was just I don't have a choice right now.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I'm going to also just like kind of... I'm actually going to put the verbal fight just tentatively on top of, like, stacked with the disinterested look.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I'm gonna think back to my time at the school and where people said my personality had changed drastically, and that I was doing some like weird shit and like acting inappropriately, or I can't remember the exact wording, but like essentially it was a you know, I've been hanging out, you know, I was you know, starting to be a jerk, essentially, was essentially what I remember from that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to move the one down. I'm going to move the argument. Where is the argument one taking place?
The argument?
Yeah.
No particular place. I'll say that it's in your apartment. Or not apartment, but you know, your place of residence at the time.
Alright. I'm actually going to move that one to the end then.
Mm-hmm.
So I get 3 guesses?
Yep. 3 guesses. Just gotta put them in right in that little box.
Which, alright.
And one.
On the first one, my first guess is going to be that I found out that she was that her family was connected to the mob.
You hear a buzzing noise from the box as there's 3 little boxes at the top where the lock would be. One of them is now covered in red.
I think it's kind of creepy that people were able to take pictures of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was like these
He
villains
says he
type people.
didn't like it. Yeah. Someone says
Even I thought it was creepy that Perez had somehow snuck into your place.
Oh, by the way, that's your boss. Just so you're aware.
Well,
You know, the guy who was
really
creeping on little
Perez.
kids.
Who?
You know, the guy who's creeping on little kids.
Aye.
what?
Yeah, I mean that's what he's doing in these photos. With these photos, I mean, it's not like he really judged me as a threat at the time. Like,
Was he the one who was taking those pictures, though?
oh, but somebody was.
Was he under
Says
their
so,
orders, though?
Yeah, he could have gathered those at a later date.
That's fair.
Crazy girl wants your attention, thinks that they can get it.
I was thinking more
through-
along the lines of there was someone there who was your friend who took these photos because you guys were out having fun together, and these.
I think Leo just said that Perez.
Yeah, so they were in
Yeah.
your house.
yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I was like,
I'm not paying too much
yeah,
attention,
so
I'm
someone-
sorry.
Yeah, so
That
someone
was
took
more
these photos
the
who you were friends
Murdoch
with.
when you said.
Yeah, you owned these photos at some point, and then Perez stole them. So you had so like at some
No,
point.
no, Perez took the photos.
I mentioned that Oppenheimer is one of those photos.
Yeah.
in fact, hanging out with Murdoch in the photo that he's in.
Yes. This sucks. I'm so.
I'm a blue sky.
Oh my god.
Does the blue sky conspiracy go even deeper?
But regardless,
Yeah, continue though.
Yeah, speculate based off of the details. I can tell you the details again for each of the photos, any of the photos that you asked.
Well, disinterest. The disinterested look that we're having, I assume, during some sort of lunch, which was probably also at my boarding school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, or at least my boarding house. And then the argument one, I'm actually going to look at the clothing a little bit more closely.
Of which specific one? Or all of them? You're asking.
I'm going to look at the transition. I'm going to look at two of them in particular. I'm going to look at the one where we're all in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one where we're in the fight.
Okay. So the one where you're in the room, she seems to be wearing just like a jacket, just something that seems a bit normal. You're wearing your typical clothing of kind of just a nerdy t-shirt. Oppenheimer kind of wearing a similar getup to you. Yeah. And one thing that I should know about the photo is that it appeared to be nighttime in that photo. And then what was the other photo that you wanted to close described as?
In the fight, the one where we're in the room there.
She is also grabbing your shirt, which is another one of those nerdy shirts that you have.
The endless amounts of...
Yeah, the endless amounts of whatever, like, Batman, the Batman equivalent. I have...
Someone make up a name for a superhero, please.
Dingo Dude.
Dingo Dude. Yes. Dingo Dude.
Dingo Dude.
Squirrel Man.
Squirrel.
Flying Squirrel Man.
Dingo Dude and Squirrel Man. The, yeah.
Of course.
The Australian Avengers.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right, and she's wearing one of those in that photo.
No, she is not.
Oh, but I am.
You are, yes.
Yeah. And what is she wearing in that one? And also, what time of day is that taking place?
That one is in daytime.
I'm 62%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keep working.
I am. I'm onto really small pieces that don't help much.
And when does the disinterested photo take place?
When?
Yeah.
Oh, like what time?
Time of day.
Well, I mean, the disinterest one is during a date at a picnic table, so I'd imagine it wouldn't be at the middle of night.
Yeah, fair. I mean, to be fair, like, the boarding house that I went to, because I was in a public school, but I was staying at a boarding house because my parents were no longer alive. But, the... well, not really orphan. My aunt took me in, but she was leaving me in town.
Continue.
That's wrong,
No,
orphan.
keep talking to distract her.
Yeah.
My boarding house did in fact have tables and stuff like that, but probably not at night. But like, probably afternoon at that point.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And also, I'm gonna assume that it's like at least it's probably dusk because she's tying off the raft instead of untying it. So it's like, yeah. In the first one,
didn't plan to do a jigsaw today.
Actually, you did. You said you practiced.
I practiced puzzles, not jigsaw puzzles, like word puzzles.
I love it. You studied the wrong thing.
I studied the wrong type of puzzle. If I had Gramps' puzzle, I'd probably be having a better time.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. After he either fails or succeeds, we'll see what anyone else has for their proposal, what the answer is. But anyway,
on the other side, though, remember this winter, we don't know whose organs you're messing with. So if you screw this up, you might not die. You might just kill Madison or
I hope
Murdoch.
you do. Please do. Please. I really hope you mess up if you've got Madison's organs.
Oh, Jesus.
oh my God, this is horrible.
Well, I mean, she does have people that can get her a replacement. I mean, that is a
It's
thing.
basically you just die. Like, it's not like,
Yeah.
like there's no second chance. It's basically you screw up, you die. Or the person dies.
Unbelievable. You know he's got my organs. You know you want to do the thing.
What the fuck? You're horrible.
I
evil.
think you're assuming shit about me, zombie.
You're saying I'm not evil enough, zombie. What the fuck is this? Anyway, so
Saying I'm-
continue with the
what? You're
death
saying-
game.
Oh, continue.
Yeah, continue. By the way, I finished the puzzle.
God damn.
That's hilarious.
So I don't know if you want to like
You.
winter losers because zombie beat him. But
No. That'd be hilarious, though. No, I'm not gonna be that horrible of a person. But anyway, so
I'm close. I'm at 71.
you should probably make your second guess here soon, so we can.
She became interested in somebody else.
Eh,
Alright.
you have one more guess left.
To be honest, this is a little bit out of my forte. But
Mm-hmm.
Well, think about it. Think about like the relationship you have currently with Jacqueline, the relationship that you know you had in the past from the period of time where, you know, you do remember, which is namely you guys dating, and think about like what like these pictures and stuff. Try and think about like what part of the relationship this might be, what type of events might have transpired. Like I don't know the full disclosure, I don't know the answer to this puzzle, but like think about this like from the perspective of like the information that you have on hand, not just what's in these pictures, but in general about you, as, like between Murdoch and Jacqueline, specifically Jacqueline, like what you've learned about Jacqueline over the course of these sessions.
I mean, like the thing is, like the mob ties. Just keep in mind, Murdoch hasn't actually been around Jacqueline as much as everybody else.
That doesn't matter though. Like,
But-
just think about you, Graham, as a player, because like this is more about Murdoch thinking about like things that are kind of hazy in his own memory. But like you, Graham, as a player, like what do you know about Jacqueline? Like, what do these pictures probably represent regarding Murdoch and Jacqueline? Like, it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle, but it's a puzzle that is not just these pictures. It's also what you've learned over the course of this campaign.
Right. So,
71.
over the course of the campaign, somebody's tried to kill her. We're still friends, right? We're not as close as we used to be, but we're still friends.
Yes.
Were you when you first met up?
I mean, we were cordial.
Big difference.
We hadn't seen each other
Mhm.
in a long time. So, like, because I was living out of town. Oh. I was moving away.
Is that your answer, or is that
No, that's just a thing. Because like, I'm not sold on that yet. Because that could be a result of us breaking up.
Mm-hmm.
But it also could have been a reason, because I got into a school in the north. Like, I didn't just, like, go upstate. No, I like, changed... I went halfway across the country. But I, like...
But would you stayed in the place if you guys were still together?
Not in the school he went to.
But would you still
would've
go around the
left.
area? Do you think that you might have stuck around for her?
No, he went to
What's up?
Stanford.
No, I know. I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, would you have, like, you know, tried to stay closer to her, tried to, like, you know, remain closer to her? Like, what type of relationship did you have? Like, think about that. Like, of the memories you have of the relationship and the way that you guys are now, do you think that it ended cordially while you were moving away, or?
No, I think that I think it like, because I only ever applied to Stanford. Like that is a thing that my character like knows in his head.
Right. So
I do know that she didn't like it, but I also know that like that was my junior year and we broke up in my senior year.
Yeah. So.
So.
Puzzle done.
Yeah.
Oh, congrats! Oh man,
It only took me an hour.
When we return to you, I will tell you the second half of the puzzle.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta finish this.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm just glad that I finished.
Yeah.
I do know that like during our relationship, I did find out about her connection to the mob, and that put a strain on it. Like that's one of the things that I said in my first session.
Yeah. And
but-
clearly, you know, like, but you already guessed that this was like you're finding out about it, so it probably doesn't have to do with that specifically.
Yeah. But like from the relationship, like again, she's not like.
Dude.
Oh, she does keep making fun of me for being a nerd.
It's just a puzzle. But go ahead. Does this look like an argument? Does the pictures that you've seen look like an argument over your nerdiness?
No, because I mean, like we were still doing, because like we still did stuff that we decided to do on our own, like because like, or like the, you know.
Think a little bit broader for a second here. Like, think a little bit broader. This is probably not like a guess what the incredibly specific details about an event that happened in a past you don't remember were specifically about. Think a little bit broader. Like, think about the pictures and what they might represent in the timeline of your life and relationship.
Yeah. I mean, we were friends. To the point where she was hanging out with us at night.
Little less broad than that.
But like no,
so
no,
it all
like,
started on the night.
no,
of the
like
5th.
consider that like for her to get permission to come up into the dorm, like there had to be like, you know, an established like.
Again.
They're not gonna.
Yeah, let's
they're
broadly
not gonna.
about. Like when you might have, like how old you might have been, or like what, like how you guys feel in general about each other. Because clearly you were in a relation, you know, you were dating at some point. You guys are clearly of a certain age. A bit like think a little bit more broadly than the very specific details of what was being said in this argument, and a little less broad than we were friends. Like what do these pictures represent? Like as if you were making a timeline of your life. What would these pictures be captioned with on that timeline?
So we're talking about like, you know, during the dating life and or you know, we were going on dates, we were doing stuff romantically in the beginning of the relationship, or not of the relationship, because there were parts of it that I do remember. But during this time period, it looks like, you know, we still had the spark. The spark died.
This looks like they're all events that took place over a single day. This is like a specific event that if you were to plug it, if you were making a big timeline of your life and using various pictures to mark out that timeline, this would be one dot. I'm guessing. Again, I don't actually know, but I'm trying to work you through like the way.
No, I mean the problem is that there is a bit of an obvious like disconnect there. But like because like again, the one that takes place at, you know, in the evening and then at night are in two wildly different locations.
Yeah, because you were rafting.
Yeah. And that's a day-long activity. So, like, why would we, like, go rafting?
I'm gonna tell you right now,
And
it's
then
not in the
stop.
same day. It's not in one
Yeah.
day. At least.
Yeah. How would we be able to be rafting, have lunch in my boarding house, and then go rafting?
Okay,
to
fine,
the
but
end?
it's still, I'm pretty sure this is all taking place over a very specific and very small period of time, representing one very specific part of the relationship.
Yeah. And she got disinterested, is what it looks like. Just, like, in general. But, like, that was when he was, like, in the period of his life where he was getting nerdy, becoming an asshole, apparently.
Okay. Try and pull yourself away from yourself for just a moment and think about this in the perspective of two different people, not one person. Where would this be a meaningful point in both of their sides of the relationship?
And this is also taking 3 people and also an observer. Because that's where these pictures make
Freaky ass observer, but
Yeah.
But still an observer who knows about this thing.
I don't think that's the important thing. I think
Yeah,
I think
the observer's
pictures are
opinion
incidental.
doesn't have anything to do with this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
This is-
Alright.
This is a
I'm
specific-
trying to help, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
This is just a specific moment captured on film of a period in life defined by a single, overarching, concept that's marking this period of your timeline. Like, for both people, not just Murdoch, but for both people, what do you think that, like, place on the timeline would be marked as? If you were to write it down in red marker on that as being, like, our first lunch together, our first time, I never did it, but, like, the first time, going out on a date, first time meeting the folks, the first time staying over, like, what would this one be labeled as?
Is she wearing any jewelry?
No.
Just curious, in any of the pictures. Okay.
No, she is not.
Alright. So that violates that.
No, you did not get engaged, as far as I'm aware.
Like, it's a thing that teenagers do sometimes, especially back in the day, but
Promise rings and shit.
yeah. I mean, like, that sort of thing happened, but, like,
Oh yeah.
it didn't.
I'm
I don't think
purposely
Murdoch.
not giving many clues, so then it's not like I'll say something and then you'll instantly be able to get it.
But, like, if
I'm
we look at.
pretty sure I know what's going on here. That's like, just
You can't say.
I'm not gonna say. I'm giving you as many hints as I feel comfortable, like, giving you as advice, just based on my own guesswork. But, like, just figure it out.
It's all you.
Well, Oppenheimer and I are all together in one shot. Probably the year Pong came out, but and that's towards the end of high school. We're going through we're going through changes. People are going off their different ways to school, and like, we are going from, like, a date that's out on a raft to basically doing the same shit that we would do at school, but as a date. So it's like the steam is cooling off, and they are obviously fighting about something again in his dorm room, but that doesn't really matter as much. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, they're also going through bodily changes, which is hormonal frenzies and a 3-year-long relationship.
I don't think that's exactly relevant.
Just guess. Just make a guess.
Just make
All right. So I'm gonna guess because I'm gonna make the guess of I was moving away, and so I called it off.
You hear so suddenly the box, you hear a click rather than a buzz.
Yeah.
All right. It seems to be open.
All right. I'll open it tentatively.
Now the worst part about it is that the entire inside is filled with gore.
Of course.
Man, whoever's organ that is probably broke up about it right now. I really feel like it's the end of a relationship with life that they're having.
So you hear footsteps behind you as Oppenheimer puts his hand on the shoulder. Puts a hand on your shoulder. He's like, "Looks like you're dead."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
About that.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna just like turn around and look at him. I don't know whose idea of a sick joke this is, but the one thing that's a little bit relieving about this is I've got some time left, and I know exactly what I'm doing with it.
All right.
So he's gonna attempt to leave with the bow drawn and pointed
It's not
at
even
this guy.
his. Just
Well, this dude has his hand on your shoulder. Now, the fun part about the reason why the room is so cold, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you felt his hand on your shoulder, it's really warm. And, after you say that line, it suddenly becomes to get hotter. Specifically your shoulder. To the point where it actually starts burning as if it's on fire. You look over and his hand, which is now let go, and your shoulder's actually on fire.
Oh, you're trying to put it out.
As you touch your shoulder, you see that it's not the clothes that's burning. It's your shoulder that's burning. In fact, it's smoldering as if it's turned to some kind of lava.
Oh my god.
Let me roll damage real quick on this.
This is gonna be.
It's gonna be fun, but yeah, you can see Oppenheimer moving out of the way. All right, you take 18 points of damage.
All right. I'm still decent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like for your shoulder being magma,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you're pretty good.
Oh, you think that you're going to be able to do tasks easy, the same as you can before? Yeah, no, it's not just the damage that you have to work
Yeah,
with.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure there's gonna be a rather large penalty. To
Well,
harm
friend, it seems you didn't even know your ex-girlfriend.
Well, no, I actually didn't. But like that's not the, like as a player. But I was like, well, no, I didn't even know myself from that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, if you're gonna try and kill me, you might as well do it now.
Not you.
You don't deserve it.
I'm gonna jump out the window.
You're gonna jump out the window? Okay. Roll me what's a running thing? It's like running sprinting, right?
Yeah, front sprint.
And I don't think you get a minus if you don't have a run skill.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Dex doubled.
Mm-hmm. So Dex doubled.
Yep.
I'm actually pretty good at that then.
You are.
14.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he tries to swing. It seems the air instantly heats up when he does that, and you manage to break out of the window, sort of cutting yourself a little bit, and you take 1 point of damage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And then I'm bolting to one of the other locations.
All right.
Specifically, the one where the school where that is.
All right. Sweet. In the meantime, we're going to return to Mitch.
He
So-
cautiously puts the last piece of the puzzle in to get
Yeah.
the result.
Before the timer goes out, you put the last piece of the puzzle in, and you hear a click in the box.
He, as slow as possible, opens it.
So the best part about it is you have another version of the puzzle underneath it. Except I scared you for a moment there. Huh?
Yes.
It's actually a twice as large jigsaw.
Yeah!
No,
Do 20 pieces now!
that'd be hilarious. No, the thing that you have to do instead is use color theory. Since
God.
inside of it is a picture of the finished piece right here, and you might want to make multiple copies. And there seems to be 3 versions of the thing of the picture, and make sure you can't Google these terms, by the way. So one of them says.
I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget it, but yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mhm.
Right.
So one of them says analogous underneath one of them. The other one says triadic. Right?
Yeah.
And hold on, I have to. What is it? I have to look up a term. Hold on.
Alright. Triadic makes me think of triangle, which
And
makes me think of...
complementary is the last one.
Alright, complement.
And so you might want to make 3 copies of this, because you have to paint each copy with with those forms of colors.
Oh my god.
So one of them has to be all analogous colors.
Oh my Jesus.
The other one has to be complementary colors, and then the last one has to be triadic colors. You know, he's an art teacher. It should be easy. It should be second nature to him, right?
It should be second nature to
And
him.
You also feel the building lift as if it was rooted from the ground. So you start feeling as if the building is lifting upwards while you're working on this.
Well,
Yeah.
I have. Where's my third copy of it?
Jesus, we're all gonna die.
Well, whoever I'm controlling is gonna die because of out of character knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she told you to look up color theory.
I did look up a bit of it.
This is great. Also, by the way, you don't have to color it accurately exactly how it should be. It should just follow the color rules of that, of analogous, complementary, and triadic. Right.
Yeah.
But either way, while you're working on that again,
This is fucking hell.
I am sorry.
You're
We're gonna move to the people. Yeah, we're gonna move to the people who haven't even gotten to their puzzle yet.
Too busy getting chased by bees. But yeah, so me and Madison make it to the records room.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, it's a really nice bird you got there, Madison. It's kind of huge and mildly intimidating, but I mean, pretty cool.
Nice.
Squawk,
Madison,
squawk.
zombie, you
He
there?
probably went to use the restroom because he thought we had more time.
Holy shit, he's dead.
Oh
dead.
no.
Alright, well, like me and the bird will figure out this to start with.
No.
Knock, knock. Squawk. Yes, bird. We need to deal with this thing to save Maddie. Yeah, knock in the door down, DMX style.
Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real.
Yeah, they like
see.
roll
So-
me unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, you're back.
Hi,
Yeah.
we're back
So,
to y'all
we're examining our puzzle.
while Winter is doing the slightly
No
easier portion
projects.
of the puzzle.
Okay.
And we have to
Slightly
deal-
easier for the artist.
or for the person who actually looked up color theory when told to.
I did look up. color.
So let's do this. Our puzzle zombie.
It just said like mixing colors.
You looked up a dictionary definition of color theory and thought like, yeah, that'll solve a puzzle for me.
This isn't even that complex.
Oh,
Like,
no,
I
I looked
know
up
two of those
Wikipedia.
terms.
Thank you.
And
I know complimentary. I don't remember what it means. I know I've heard it, and I can only assume that triadic means color triangle of the three colors.
These are your hints. Complementary, magnets. How do they work? Analogous, border, and triad, triangle.
Yeah.
Those are your hints as to what those mean. Keep in mind, it's not just going to be the primary colors, by the way,
Yeah.
since you're able to mix them, obviously.
Think of it as a color wheel. Think of it as a color wheel, and think about all these colors.
I'm
in
looking
relation
at
to
my
the
color
wheel.
wheel right here.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, zombie, we got a puzzle to do. Come on, my man.
Yeah, you haven't even started your
Yeah, I'm
math
super hyped
quiz.
about this math puzzle. So yeah,
Okay,
we
yeah.
entered the room and we're like, what's up with this? What's going on with the puzzle?
Yeah, you enter the office and inside you see.
It's not in there.
The puzzle is figuring out how something non-existent can be real.
No, you see the chest in there, much like the other ones, like a box, you know. And actually, nearby on one of the desks is actually Julius, who's now basically just taking a relax right there.
He's the guy with the bees?
Yes.
It's Julius Basta.
Sir, I'm gonna like run over and punch him in his stupid face.
Okay,
Rocket punch.
you rolling the punch.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna smack him with my club.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had a fucking club.
Yeah, so I just run over and like bop him on the head with my club.
Yeah, his head crumples in as you know, a couple of bees escape, and then at the other desk is Julius, and he's like, "Wow, you really are rude."
Good, dude, but that. Where's this little girl's organs?
But I don't know. I don't even know what's inside that one. But whatever. Just do it.
Where's the inside what? This
It's at the box. You have to solve a little puzzle thing.
I walk over to and look at it. Is this
Yeah.
counted in numbers?
Yes. There's math problems.
Math problems.
No,
Math
I
no.
want to look like a rocket scientist.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's not that much. Whatever.
Alright.
I've agreed to myself that I'm not going to intervene in this. You know.
I'll intervene with you. You chase us around
You
with
already
bees.
have, though.
Yeah.
You tried to intervene with us getting here.
Yeah, but you actually got here, so
I'm gonna hit
Yeah.
him with the club. I'm not saying that out of character. I'm saying that in character. I lift the club menacingly. Like, I'm going to hit you with this club.
I get your anger. Right? But I'm kind of gotten bored with working with these people.
I could have thought of that before you set bees on us.
Yeah, that was when it was fun. Now you've kind of destroyed half the colony I've kind of created here. And,
I walk
Yeah.
over and, like, not very hard, but, like, kind of tap him on the head with one of the
Ow.
batons. Yeah. Bop him on the head a second time.
ow!
Yeah, that's for chasing us with bees. Now come over here. Grab him by the scruff of his neck and, like, gently haul him over to the box.
Alright. Well, I can't really tell you much more aside from which question is which.
Alright, well, at least do that, please.
Well, there's 5 questions. Well, technically 4, but the 5th one seems to be the actual code that you need to open the box.
Alright, fair enough.
But based off of what it says, oh yeah, the 5th one says that you need the other questions in order to even solve this one.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
let's just
the
do
answers
these.
to the other 4 will be the answer to the. Okay.
Oh my God.
I can do this.
Yeah.
This is my life.
So you have question A
School
is the
prepared
first
me for
one.
this.
The second one is question B. Hold on, I need to make sure that these are actually in the correct order and that Skype didn't just fuck me over with ordering them. Otherwise, you will guarantee lose. Okay, yes, they are in the correct order. So the first one is A, the second one is B, the third one is C, and the last one is D.
Okay.
So the
Damn it,
one with
I
the
like
M lion equals 77% centigrade degrees is A, right?
Yes, that one. The one that's the angle is that one. That's the singular angle is that one. The second one is B, which is the line going through 2 parallel lines. C is the line graph, or the graph with the dots on it. And then D is the triangle.
Alright, Alright, medicine, the watch might be very handy right now.
What watch?
Oh, is there a timer?
No, this one is, Julius quickly says then, this is a 3-strike one.
Right, yeah.
How would that work? So we have 3
So you,
chances per
okay,
question?
after you, I will present what the final equation is, just so you can, do that, because it's a part of my answer sheet, so I'm going to quickly do this. So the answer is, God fucking damn it, Skype, can you just do this for me? Alright. A times
I am
B.
probably all kinds of wrong.
Well, it's your life.
Oh, wait a second, I think I get this.
Hopefully.
Just-
L to
this might
O
be a
to
different-
N is 77 degrees.
Hold on.
We got
Right.
this.
I like I like these kind of math problems. I'm so jealous.
Oh man, what a
What
shame.
does the M, the lowercase m, mean? This might be like a difference between American.
I have no idea what the lowercase m or the lowercase x means.
Those
Which
are
problem?
just. What do you mean lowercase m and lowercase n?
I know the lowercase x mean it's just a variable. Is the lowercase m also a variable? or is that a thing?
Lowercase m is the measure of the angle.
Okay.
It says, find the measure of angle MON.
Angle m, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Wait.
I'm just gonna show you what
Yeah,
I've
this
done,
is what
and
it
you'll
is.
laugh at me.
Oh yeah, show me.
I'll put this up in the chat in the video for people to see.
The equations or
No,
winter
the YouTube things. I will show the. All right, I'll put the equations all up to. Oh God.
Hey kids at home, see if you can solve it faster than our heroes can.
You probably
Let's
can
see.
solve the puzzle. And this
Which
is
one
the triangle.
Okay, I'll show this one to the people at home as well. real
Why
quick.
is there blank?
Because, like, the combination of all the colors is black.
Have you ever seen a color wheel before?
You've not seen it. You don't know what a color wheel looks like.
This is what Winter's got so far.
Yeah.
Bye, Mitch. You're a fun character.
I'm gonna go.
So yeah, we're all gonna die.
If Jared was here, he would say TKO, TKO.
I think Jared is quietly thinking TKO right now.
Is he? Oh, thank goodness.
TPK.
Okay, now he's saying TKO.
Oh, party cake. And this is great. Anyway,
Okay,
I wish I could just roll an art to learn the definitions.
yeah, no.
Yeah, I guess
Okay,
not.
so now you saw that
I
one.
can give you a second hint if you roll it. I'll do that.
Alright, let's go with that.
Now going up on screen are the mathematical problems that me and Zombie have to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know basic algebra, so I mean.
And yeah, don't worry. While you're solving this, Murdoch is making his way towards you. So.
Murdoch, do you know mathematics? Advanced mathematics?
It's not even advanced. It's geometry.
I would rule these if I actually had the time to look at them.
Hold on. I think I've got it.
Okay, good. I've barely finished.
You're
like,
lucky this isn't a time limit one,
Yeah.
Winter.
Okay.
So yeah, 16.
But,
You rolled a 16. I will give you a hint. I'll type it individually to you.
Fair enough.
Okay, so the way I see the problem, the first problem, which is the first one on the screen, I've ordered them with the for people at home. It is the first problem, second problem, then the lower one, and then the one on the far right, going left to right, obviously. So.
One eternity later.
People of the YouTubes, apologize for the brief delay. Turns out everyone here is terrible at math, terrible at art.
Yep.
What we just cut out there, what you missed, was about a 50-minute segment of me, Morath, and Zombie Cam. Well, okay, Zombie Cam and Morath desperately trying to figure out complex math equations, while I completely failed to understand even the basics of mathematics. And Winter,
not grasping the concepts of art.
Yeah, drawing these three lovely images right here with two failed attempts, while trying to figure out how to like what all of the different art things he did. He also failed to realize until it was literally completely done that what that image is a lobster. Here, I'll post on the screen an example that Bleal did to show what the actual image that he was doing was. Turns out it was a symbol of the Order. Now I got it. It's a clever little piece of a clever little hint to help with the puzzle that unfortunately Winter wasn't able to figure out.
And the plot thickens as well.
And the plot thickens.
As
So
it
yeah,
always
that's the actual image.
Hi, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
What happened?
The recording's up and running. We didn't lose anything. I'm just explaining to the fine people at home exactly what happened in the interim because they just they just saw the video cut to a intermission screen and then return 50 minutes later. And so yeah, aside from that, the only plot relevant stuff that happened was that Morath, you saw. Winter did solve his puzzle, and so Mitch has gotten the organ in the box back, but he is still lifting higher and higher into the air, while Madison, with a awesome little pen, because apparently she's a friggin' math genius, and Murdoch sit and do all these puzzle pieces while Allison tries to entertain herself by scribbling pictures of ponies or something.
She draws pictures of knobs on Julius's face.
She's drawing a bunch of knobs all over the chalkboard. I don't know. Point is,
she's drawing the image. She's drawing the puzzle image. No.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
God.
doing the puzzle image because psychically she realized that was what was going on there, and
she does it 18 times as fast.
yeah.
Yes.
Because I was a little bit assistant soul winner because it turns out I'm terrible at math, decent at other things that aren't math. But in the meantime, we resume right after the
Under your discretion.
as
Okay.
our box begins to open.
So your box opens, and inside is not only the pristine organ of none of yours, and then you remember that Buckethead exists.
Oh, wait a minute, this is Buckethead's organ. Oh God, I hope he didn't smash up yours. Or Mitch.
Another one that you find is that there's a photograph at the bottom there. It's an older photograph. So you pick it up, and it looks like Buckethead in a military uniform. He appears to have short hair.
Buckethead has a face?
You remember his face was already revealed.
I know. I'm just making a joke.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Would you like to turn the picture over?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you see that there's a name on the back. It appears to be the full name of Buckethead.
And his name is Joseph Edwards. What? He's a time traveler from the future. The name, Private
Read it out loud.
Buck Ryan Thompson. Private Buck Ryan Thompson? What the hell kind of name is that?
Oh, I don't know. Remove the buck.
Buck Ryan Thompson.
Private Ryan.
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Oh. All right. Fair play. So she folds the paper carefully and puts it in her thing. Well, good job, meth nerds. Let's now that we've saved 2 organs, let's go make sure Mitch is safe.
Meanwhile,
Mitch. Moonstruck Dragonbot, we couldn't figure out the problem either.
You just got your organ back. I imagine you opened up your wound so that you could insert it back in, and then sealed it up with paint.
Yep.
Now to deal with the stand.
So the entire building is being constantly raised, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I'm still in the basement area.
Yes, you are.
And if I'm being constantly raised up, that means I'm going to fall to my death. if I try to just jump.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't have anything to make me less dense. I cannot become a piece of paper.
In fact, the funniest part is you already covered yourself in purple paint.
Yeah. Well, I could wash that off with water.
Where is that, by the way?
What?
The water.
What water?
That you would be washing yourself off with.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Plumbing's not connected.
So,
So,
just curious. I have seen you make objects before, right?
no.
With your paint.
I can
Never.
make things stickier. I can calm people down. I can make things slick. I can grow something. I can make it denser. Yeah.
So you're
So-
saying you can grow something.
I can, but only by 1 inch by 1 inch. So I can't make myself Colossus and just step out. So I think I need to take
Or,
out
that
this.
pin in your pocket turn into a fireman's pole, which would be
Yeah,
really convenient. But just saying.
Maybe this user is in the house. Probably not. Maybe.
Go looking and see.
Yeah, let's go look and see. Dun, da, 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 da.
Mm-hmm. So you clamber up to the next floor, or not the next floor, but like the ground floor,
Ground floor,
out of
yeah.
the basement. Everything's the same. All the shit's like lifted off the fucking ground.
Yeah.
And then you find your way. You climb back up the vents, and you find a woman who's standing there, and she's sort of just looking out over the thing. Very obviously, the first thing you notice is she has a parachute.
Is she like on the roof?
Yeah,
Is that where we're at?
I just said that you just climbed
Yeah.
up it.
Moon. Raker,
Kid.
moon, raker, moon, raker.
What?
She jumps off with the parachute, you jump after her, punch her out in midair, steal her parachute, and deploy it while she plunges to her death.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
My current plan is to try to sneak up on her. So.
I mean, she could also just pull a Jaws, land on a circus tent, and then come back as a recurring villain.
Oh my god.
Moonraker is the best, worst James Bond movie.
Alright, so
Terrible.
let's see if I can sneak up to this person, grab their shoe.
Roll me a stealth then.
I need to close my art program so I can actually see my sheet.
MS Paint isn't a real art program.
I'm not using MS Paint.
We know that
MS
you are.
Paint is a real art program.
He's using the art program I recommended to you, and then you were like, "Why is there's a replacement for MS Paint?"
Metal Gear?
I'm using Fire Alpaca.
Oh, so it's totally different.
Yes.
What a hipster.
What a dumb loser.
I'm
What?
using
Fire
something.
Alpaca. That's not a real art program.
But who uses
Uh,
flaming alpacas as their canvas?
Ah,
11.
11?
Yep.
You tied. Tie goes to the defender.
Yeah. So they.
She turns around.
I thought that was different.
no.
What? That's how it works.
They're the defender in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're rolling a perception check to see me
Yeah.
and see. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they're
anyway.
rolling a defense against herself. But yeah, she turns around. Oh! You're not dead!
Tackle her off the roof.
Not yet. I tried to grab onto her, try to grab onto the parachute.
Okay.
You want me to roll something for that?
Yeah, I mean...
All right,
just
I'll roll a
basic combat
brawling
roll. Yeah,
for that.
okay.
Strength or dex?
Do likely be I'll just say strength. Just,
Damn it. 3, 6, 7. That's mine.
you tied again.
Defender
So
wins
you-
again.
Yeah, you quickly grab it, and then she tugs it away to slip out your grasp, and then pushes you away from her. Get away from me!
You only brought one parachute. How inconsiderate of you.
Do not try and be suave now. This is not
Yeah,
time for
and-
suave.
Yeah, he's saying that as he's going after her again.
No.
10. There's always a time for it.
Oh, it's time
10.
for TPK.
You rolled a 10 for what?
Trying another brawling.
For like a tackle?
You're gonna survive
Yeah.
the trap only to stumble off the roof and die.
Oh, this is funny as shit. She just
Did we
rolled a
tie
10.
again?
Hold on, let me roll again.
Oh no.
How does the rule of exploding work?
Roll 10
5
and
or
half.
more, and then half.
And then it's the half of the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the half of whatever you roll next. And if it's 10, you roll it again.
So she'll
Oh,
beat
this
me
is
no matter
hilarious. Oh, this is
I'm
good.
gonna get killed by the fucking
She got a
gravity.
15 in total. And so you try to push her, but she falls off first, backwards.
Ah.
and then you trip forwards off the building as well.
Moonraker.
Yep, it's time to move.
I hope your
Time to
acrobatics
try
are as good
to-
as mine.
It's time for aerial combat.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to grab onto. I'm trying to get a fist in to her face to stun her.
So you're literally diving downwards so that you can punch her in the face. That's
I'm-
fucking metal.
Bitch is metal sometimes.
Also, you're dense.
Oh god,
Okay,
I am dense.
This is
So
gonna-
I am falling faster.
okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you roll a punch for diving attack, I will count it as a bullet.
Then yes,
you're-
I'm
But I'm going to tell you, if you punch her, you might break your arm instantly. But it's worth it, right?
It is worth it. It's getting the chance of it's losing an arm versus death.
Roll it. Roll your punch. Roll it, hun. Let's do it.
This can
Okay.
only end well.
You rolled a 10? In total.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
Did
My
you just say
friend-
TPK?
He's been
That's
trained
impossible
TPK
now.
on and off all session.
That's impossible. Well, actually, like...
well, I'll stand on top of the school and shatter all over them. TPK.
Congratulations, Winter. You actually made it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she rolled terribly this time, and because of the -2 for bullets. Okay. Roll me a punch. It's a D4 times strength.
So D4.
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh
I-
yeah, because you have a 1 strength.
3.
You have 3. Let's let's go. Oh my god.
Even
Oh,
if she pulls the shoe while I'm clung on to her.
Oh no, we're gonna
That's-
double that damage.
Fair enough.
So that's a 6. Right? That's a 6. That's fucking pathetic damage. What the fuck, dude? What is
I am-
this?
Mitch is an art teacher.
Give that to yourself and her, by the way.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna
I'll
add that.
harm you.
Yes. I can't do basic math right now.
How much of that health is... What's your total health in total?
22.
Like, you have 22 health?
Yes. I have 1 strength and 2 con.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that your fucking hand breaks. as soon as it connects with her face, and then well, it shouldn't be that hard to fucking take off her parachute now.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to do that real quick.
Yeah, we'll say she's stunned. It's like you're a fucking monk and use the stun fist or whatever it is.
Stunning fist, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So this might be like a simple dexterity, like dex doubled.
Yeah, use a dex double.
Something he's actually good at because brush control is important.
Yeah, so dex double uncontested to like basically like roll a 10 or like roll a 9 or better on dex doubled.
12.
Yeah.
Okay, you pull it off, and I'll even say that you put purple paint on her.
Yeah,
While you
just
do
like
so.
smeared it while I did it.
No, you smear it, and then you put the thing on. Your falling actually got rid of some of the purple paint, so you actually aren't like falling too quick. You're still falling quickly, but you know. And meanwhile, she's dropping like a fucking stone.
Any clever final words for her?
No. Just utter silence as he pulls the cord.
Mm-hmm.
You try a clever line when you're like get pushed away by a lady, like a 90-pound lady, and then when you actually kill her in a badass parachute fight, your response is silence. What a fucking hero.
Who was that lady?
Her name was Lice Eisel.
You will be easily forgotten, life-sizing.
Yeah. Most of these.
I wanted
things
to come up with a rock pun, but I couldn't come up with one.
There's falling puns. There's so many falling puns. Hell, you could even use a purple pun, but it's fine.
You could use you could have just used a painting pun in general.
Oh god.
But either
That's
way,
so bad for just silence.
It's a shame. I have to drop in more often. Sorry, I have to
Yeah,
drop
that's
you
what I call a
off
master
here.
stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was my
What
master
a-
stroke.
Careful not to brush with. Yeah.
It seems you had a brush with death.
Mm-hmm.
Paint.
Have a nice fall, because it's, you know, late season.
Don't be too purple about
God
death.
damn it.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
fun.
not.
We walk over, because we kind of look for you.
Looks
We see
like
her
this.
splat on the
Looks
ground.
like the sidewalks are bound to be more crimson today.
God damn it. Mitch is not. I am not one for being clever with
By the
any.
way, once that user hits the ground, guess what their fucking stand's doing?
It's going away.
Oh yeah.
And
So,
you know what it's holding right
house
now?
is dropping. Well, the club is dropping, so I need to get the fuck out.
Oh yeah,
Right.
you'll probably be far away from that. But yeah. So we'll say that you end up meeting up with each other.
These
and then
slides on
we'll-
this fucking parachute.
Yeah, and then we'll finish this
Yeah.
next time with the whole buck thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you like land in and like roll over, just like, oh, well, nice of you to drop in.
Aldio.
You look like hell.
Then throw it.
Oh yeah, meet our new friend Beeman. He's going to be tagging along with us, I guess.
They agree not to kill me if I deactivate the poison on your friends.
How nice.
Including, you know, this one's. Right, no, you're not Edward. Including our friend Edward's adopted parent or stepmother. I don't know what that relationship is. Anyway, point is he's going to save Bailey.
Fair enough. That sounds great.
Did you get one of the organs?
Yeah, I grabbed my own before.
And we got luckily we've got the bucket heads. His name is Buck, I guess. And luckily we also managed to save Murdoch's.
Oh. Did
Everyone
Murdoch
looks
get-
at Murdoch.
Actually,
You
Murdoch,
and I
did
get
you
your own.
save your own one or did you save one of ours? Like what happened with that?
I think my kidney is gone. Oh. Yeah.
Oh no. Long, awkward pause, followed by credits. Join us next time for the thrilling continuation of this arc. Did Buckethead, aka Private Buck Ryan, manage to save Madison's organs? Did he die and doom Madison as well? Is there any way we can save Murdoch? Is there any way we can, does this betrayal mean that we're going to be able to save Bailey? Find out next time on another exciting episode of Major's Bizarre Adventures 2!
Where did Buckethead go?
He went to
the Hermione place.
Hermione's place.
The Dead Body Ranch.
Oh god, that place was so fucking creepy.
Yeah.
It was.
And
Anyway.
nobody's cleaned the bodies out.
Anyway, till next time. See y'all.
Well, I was going to say I need to
Okay,
do something else.
fine.
Still.
Okay,
I'm gonna.
say it. Go ahead.
Who's the guy that with the bees? What's his name again?
Julius.
LL.
No, that's Julius Basta. LL Crunch was the marshmallow who got kicked out of basically out of a movie theater booth and then broke his spine.
Yeah, okay,
Right.
so
You're the one who made Edward indisposed?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Part of my job.
But you said you're going to leave the... You're not going to do that anymore, are you?
No?
What are you going to do instead?
I don't know. Continue working in the tea business.
That could be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Death could be nice. No.
But you seem like a man of action.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like a job?
A job doing what?
My job offer has room for great self-improvement. Your stand will be trained... This is away from everyone else. Will be trained, and you will become a master warrior.
Hmm.
The best of the best.
How am I supposed to know that a 10-year-old is telling the truth? Or isn't
You're
just
not.
going on a tirade of imagination?
Fair enough.
You'll be able to hunt down other stand users. Rogue stand users that are evil, like you were.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be a job that interests you?
I guess. I could try it out for a couple of years. Mm.
Then going back to being evil.
I'm afraid this is a lifetime thing.
commitment.
Mm. Who's the employer?
My mother. Her name is... where is it? Xandria.
looks at hand with blurry writing. Eczema.
Well, I like to imagine that's like a dramatic pause as she reveals this like bomb.
Mm-hmm. I also like the idea where she's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?"
Fair enough. Either way. But
No.
what does he respond?
Sure. And then it hits the credits.
Meanwhile, like the background, Elton's just going like, I don't know why the boss doesn't like her. She seems really trustworthy.
It was like a post-credit scene.
Yeah, so that's the Avengers Marvel and Cinematic Universe post-credit scene. And
Yeah.
then logo, end of movie. See you guys next time.